Okay, good morning everyone. Good morning class. So welcome to EPP, Edukasyong Pantahanan at Pangkabuhayan. So for this lesson, we are going to talk about clothing and textile. So this is part of the home economics. Okay? Okay. So now let's talk about clothing. Okay, class, what is clothing? Okay, very good. Okay, clothing is the practical art of managing your wardrobe. So it talks about the clothes, okay, the clothes you're wearing. Okay, your uniforms. Those are parts of clothing. So, and also it involves picking the right fabrics, sewing or repairing garments, and caring for them so they serve the family's needs effectively. Okay, so from fabric, from it's like from scratch to the finished product. Okay. So now let's talk about textile. What is textile? So textile is the raw fabric. Okay, so it's just like a piece of cloth. Okay, it's like plain. Okay, plain fabric. Now it is a cloth before it is cut and sewn into a finished piece of clothing. Okay, so now let's talk about kinds of fabric. So fabric refers to the materials that resembles cloth. Okay, quality of a fabric should be considered in making a project or anything you want to make. You should consider always, okay, always the quality because it would depend how the outcome would be. So if the quality is good, so you could produce a quality product. And also, an easy way to tell the quality of a fabric is by its appearance, its weight, and feel. A good fabric has fine finish. The weave is even and close. The warp and woof of threads are of the same size, and the thread runs at a right angle. So if you will fold in half the fabric in half, and then if it's in the right angle, and you can say it's a good fabric. Okay, so now we'll have the fabric has parts also. So let's talk about first the raw edge. Okay, the edge when the material is cut or torn from. Next is selvage, the smooth machine finish edge of closely woven threads which will not ravel. Next is grain lines, the directions in which the threads run. Warp threads, the lengthwise threads of the fabric or the straight of the materials. Next is woof threads, the crosswise thread or filling threads. Next, let's talk about ways of preparing fabric or clothes for cutting. Number one, perfecting thread fabric. It is when one thread carries the ends of the fabric from one selvage to another. This could be done by pulling out the first thread that goes all the way across the fabric. Number two, shrinking the fabric. So it is a must that a fabric must be shrink before sewing the garments. Why do you need that? Because so that you will know it is one way of preparing the fabric if it is in a good quality. Okay, so here's the steps in how to prepare the fabric. First, okay, you need to fold the fabric evenly in lengthwise, as I've told you a while ago. Okay, in lengthwise manner with the wrong side out. Next, soak in lukewarm water until fabric is thoroughly saturated. Next is hang fabrics to squeeze out excess water without twisting it. So now, class, you already have an idea how to prepare the garments that you will do for a project. Okay? Or yes. Okay, so that would be all for this lesson. And now we are going to have an activity. Excuse me. Okay, so now we have an activity. Okay, this is what we call fabric detectives, kinds and uses. Okay, so now the learning objectives for this is number one, differentiate natural from plants or animals versus synthetic, okay, which means man-made fabrics. Number two, identify four common fabrics. Number three, match correct fabric type to its proper use. Okay, so now we are going to talk about first what is fabric and its definition. So you need to prepare your answers first because after that we're going to have a discussion. Why don't we wear thick wool during summer? And also the next activity is touch and classify group work. Okay, so you just need to complete the table below. Okay, we have here first row column, we have fabric. Next is the source of that fabric and its characteristics. And it's the last column is the common use. Okay, I want you to complete these tables. And also after that, we're going to have a relay game. So I will call out an item and the first group to raise and answer the correct fabric will get points. Okay, so maybe I'll give you 40 minutes to prepare, right? So for that, see you later, class. Okay, enjoy.